Hi, everyone. Welcome to Health Matters. This is a platform where I engage in conversation with individuals who are making a difference in their community when it comes to um, health and wellness and or fitness. I also engage in conversation with individuals who have made living a healthy lifestyle a priority. Today's conversation is with Coach Sid, age 81, and Coach Asteria, age 66, a husband and wife team who resides in New York City. Both are avid runners. They both have an impressive running career. They are coaches and they're healthy lifestyle advocates. They currently work for New York Road Runners, the organization that hosts the New York City Marathon, which is the largest running marathon in the world. But they coach for two different organizations. One, Team for Kids, which is adult runners who raise money for youth programs in underserved areas. They also are coaches for New York Roadrunner Striders, which is also an adult program, but this program caters to seniors, encouraging and offering exercise and walking based programs. So, welcome, Coach Sid and Coach Asteria to Health Matters.
Computer and perfect. All right. Well, hello, Coach Sid and Coach Asteria. It is a pleasure to have you here today, with us on this platform. Just to kind of introduce the two of you, I know I met both of you guys while training for my very first marathon in 2015. Absolutely. You both are coaches for Team for Kids, which is a New York Roadrunner nonprofit organization that raises money and funds for running programs in underserved areas. And I know they do that by, encouraging adults to sign up for training. And, through our training, we raise funds to support these programs. And you both are heavily involved in that. As well as the two of you having a very long history, impressive history running. I do know, Coach Sid, I believe you have won 5 world championships, 50 national championships, and
Yes.
and 5 world records, correct?
Right. It's 8 world championships and 5 world records.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about those. Just tell me a little bit about those awards and accomplishments.
Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't start out with saying that with everything that I take credit for is not too much. When I give God the credit, I'm powerful. God, this is a blessing. There is no way that I would have been able to accomplish what I accomplished without being blessed by the Lord. I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. I know God's, I don't have to go to God. God is with me 24/7. But all I can say, I got up, I had no idea that this little boy from Elizabethport, New Jersey, would be able to accomplish I have accomplished, travel and run in 5 different continents. That including my ancestral continent of South Africa, Australia, Europe, South America, and North America. So what more could I ask for? I don't want to be greedy. I want to be grateful.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that is, I mean, so much to be grateful for. And Coach Asteria, I know you are originally from Bolivia, yes? Yes, and your background is in sprinting and hurdles.
Yes, yes. I was, well, on 100 meters hurdles and long jump and plus the relays 4x1.
Nice.
But I was all the sports. I was so a sporty girl.
A sporty girl.
Yeah.
Nice. So you got your start in running in your country.
Yes, but mainly it was track. No long distance, just track until I finished college when I became PE teacher, and I was running 100 meters. Just when I moved to Venezuela, and there I stopped running. And I stopped running for 10 years, and I gained weight. Coaching, but I gained weight. When I gained weight, my clothes, it couldn't fit. I said, I'm not gonna buy clothes. Just running again. I training, and when I was 35, I started running again. Another coach, it was watching on me how I was running with the kids, coaching, was training at the same time myself. And he introduced me on a relay 4x1. And he made me run without any notice. Just, he says, Asteria, warm up. I warm up. I thought I'm gonna just do the regular warm up, and he says, here are the spikes, and you have to complete the relay team. I was so scared. After 20 years, and supposed to be, we have to win the relay to qualify for the nationals.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna do it. He said, do it, because and plus he said, you wanna be the anchor. You know, the anchor is all the responsibility. And I said, no, you cannot do that. Yes, we had 3 girls in front of me. They were national champions and record holders in Venezuela. And they got it the difference. And I jumped on the 100 meters, but it was terrible. It was terrible. I was so afraid. I was feeling the footsteps of the second girl trying to catch me. And the people, they were yelling, Asteria, Asteria. But barely we won the relay and we qualified for the nationals. Awesome. After that, coach says, you need to come back. You have a steel on you and you have to start training and come back. And he introduced me to master races. Masters is from 30 years old by them up. Okay. And still I was not sure if I'm gonna keep going. I told him, I said, I'm too old for that. He says, no, I'm gonna take you to see one meet, and then you're gonna see how old are the runners. And we went to the meet in another city, and I saw a lady, 56 years old, how she ran. Practically, we said she smoked the 100 meters.
She smoked it.
Said, if she is 56, I'm 35, still I can do it. From there, I started training and competing again, just track, until I got it my 39. 39, I came from Venezuela. I came to run the New York City Marathon. It was the 25th anniversary. And it was, I bet with a guy who used to tease me, oh, you went track, but if you go to the road races, you don't gonna do anything. And I bet you if I go to run the marathon, I can beat you. And that's the way we bet, and we came, and I beat him on the marathon.
You see?
Yeah, from there on, I said, I got in love of the New York City Marathon. I said, oh, I want to run again. Then I started long distance.
Okay.
Ellie, you know what? I could give someone a chance to follow my story, and it might inspire them to let them know, never give up. Now, I don't know the question that you was going to ask me, so you could, but I could tell you, when I was in the 10th grade, 11th grade, I was the #1 runner in Thomas Jefferson High School, Elizabeth, New Jersey, Port. And I also was the #1 clown. At the end of, in June, when at the end of the 11th year, the coach said, "Hey, Sid, you failed wood shop and math. You cannot compete until you go to summer school." I was 17 years old, had no idea about, hey, if I'm the #1 runner, the coach had to pull strings, not realizing this is a state law. So this is how ignorant, we are. We don't know what we know until we know it. So my co-captain was a nerd. He was smart. So the coach said, he's going to help you. And it was 6 weeks. And guess what? I failed general math. And so what they offered was biology. How in the world I'm going to, not biology, I'm sorry, algebra. Now, how I'm going to pass algebra and I failed. So I was afraid when at the age of 17, all of September, I didn't go to school. I told my father I wanted to join the Air Force because I didn't want to go to school if I couldn't run. So he says, no, you wait till you're 18, you sign yourself. So I got the recruiting sergeant to come to the house and he said, you want to go that bad? And he signed me. So at the age of 17, I didn't race from the age of 17 until I was 39. So 39, she came to the States. 39 was my first race after 22 years. Even though I failed and dropped out of school, to let everybody know, don't you ever give up. At the age of 59, I graduated from Kane University as a social worker. So that's part of my story.
All right. Yeah, and I think it's such a important message, Coach, for everyone. We come across different challenging times in our lives, and sometimes other people don't believe in us, and but the important thing is that we always we never stop believing in ourselves. And I remember during one of the one of my trainings, Coach Michael Rogers, he said, always keep one foot in front of the other. It doesn't really matter, how fast or how slow, but it's about the moment, keeping moving, keeping one foot in front of the other. So yeah, that is a valuable lesson, never to give up. And I know, Coach Asteria, I'm familiar with the story of yours as a child. Back in your country, some of your teachers or some of the adults being dismissive of you and not allowing you to compete. Yeah. But you were determined to get into a race. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, it was in my school. I was in private school. Always we used to play all the sports: basketball, volleyball, soccer, all those things. And one day came a coach. He was runner by then and a coach. He said, I want to make the track team from the school. But no idea what was practically track. No idea what was track. And he said, all of us, we're going to go to the basketball court. We went over there and he said, we're going to run. He made a hit. And I was, by the height, I was in the first hit. I was a little girl. Not little girl in age and height. Always I was short. And but by then, I never had sneakers. Even basketball, I used to play barefoot. All the sports we used to do barefoot. And my situation, my parents, they couldn't buy sneakers or running shoes or something. And I used to do barefoot, everything. And And the coach says, no, you have to wear the shoes. And we ran. When I passed the half of the basketball court, I was at the front. And I knew it. I was better than the other girls in my class, in my school. And my shoe came out. And I went back and picked up my shoes. I put it back, but everybody passed me. And I lost it. I was the last girl on the heat. And that the coach, it was taking only the winner of every heat. And we went back to the classroom and he wrote down all the names on the board. He said, those people, those girls, those boys, they're gonna represent the school, and we're gonna have a meet in the city. The city, it was like, if we were in New York, and my town, it was so far away from Flushing, really far away. Go to the city, for me, it was a huge news, but I never went to the city. And I said, coach, how come my name is in there? He said, but you lost it. You are not a good runner. I said, I'm a good runner. I can beat all the guys, all the boys and girls from the school. All of them, they know that. And he said, no, but I saw what you did and you cannot go to the meet. And I said, please put in my name. And he says, no. And I was so sad. I went back home and I told my dad, I said, Daddy, and the coach did this and I didn't qualify. My shoe came out and I lost it. And my dad says to me, but no worries, don't pay attention. Just you do what you're doing, and every night do your training around the house. You can run with the dog. It's gonna make you strong. You can still keep jumping the rope, and you're gonna be strong. And then you can go to the meet, to the track. And I said, but I don't know it. No worries. The last day, everything is gonna be okay. But each time the coach used to come to the school, I used to tell him, please put in my name. He says, no. Definitely, I knew it. I'm not gonna be on the team. And the last day when he came to tell the principal to give uniforms, all those things, to set it up the team, I said, please, I wanna be on the team. He said, no. If you wanna go, you can go by yourself. And I said, okay. I told my dad, he said I should go by myself. My dad says, no worries. I'm gonna tell you how to get at the track, and you're gonna go, you're gonna run, and you're gonna win. You know, it's so powerful that when your father is gonna tell you, you're gonna do it, and you listen. And I went to sleep, but I was so excited when I wake up at 7 in the morning. I said, Daddy, why you didn't wake me up? You were so sleepy. But no worries. It was always no worries. And get up, have breakfast, and go to the track. He explained me how to do. I took it up a little bus, 15 minutes. And then you're gonna tell the driver to let you off on the bridge. And there is the river. And you're gonna follow the river until you're gonna see the towels. Those towels, they make like for the soccer games. You're gonna see the tallest. There is the track. That is the Asteria. I said, but don't talk nobody. Just follow the towels. And I was thinking, I'm tired. I walk too much. Probably I walk another 20 minutes. When I got at the stadium, no idea how to get at the track because it's a big complex. And I bumped to another girl and she said, oh, I thought you were my friend. Me too. I said, what are you doing here? I came to run. Oh, the running track is in there. Go to the door and you're gonna see down the track. I got into the stadium where is the track, and when I saw, they were already running, the girls. They were by heats, and it was one last hit on the track. The track, it was their track. When I got it there, I waved my arms, coach, and the coach looked at me and said, you see, you are not good. You don't gonna do anything, just stay there. I said, I wanna run. And the guy who was giving the star, he said, do you want to run? It was a German guy. Do you want to run with a bad Spanish? I say, yes, come over here. We want to wait for you. And no, I got inside, but I don't have no idea how to get the track. It was a lot of tunnels in there. And I said, I came back again and I said, I can find the entrance. And he said, come on, follow the tunnel. But I said, it's gonna be too much, follow the tunnel. I jumped the fence. I jumped to the track. And he said, where are your shoes? I said, I don't have shoes. I pulled it off my shoes, leather, regular shoes, and I put it down my skirt. Always I had a shorts under. And I went over there. It was one line empty. He says, go in that line. And I saw how the girls, they were making the little spots for the star, like a blocks. And I did it, I imitated the same thing. I was doing whatever they want the girls. And we started, we ran. And I won the heat. When I won the heat, the coach, it was at the finish line. I go to him and he said, you are fast. And I told him I wanna win. You see, I won. Oh, now you have to run with the winners of every heat. There are 6 heats. And I ran with the winners from the heat and I won.
Wow.
And then you have to run with the city runners. They have a coach and they have special shoes. I said, no worries, I'm gonna beat them too. I was so proud. And I went over to the finals and I won the finals. The teacher says, are you so good? You wanna do the long jump? I said, I don't know what is long jump. And he said, come on. He showed me how to do it and I did it and I won the long jump.
Wow.
I was on the top. Mentally, I was so great. That is my story back in my country.
Yeah, and I think that is just, I mean, it speaks volumes of, you know, that tenacity but just what it means and how important it is to believe in yourself. You know, we're faced that, you know, whether you're a child, an adult, there seems to be, you know, struggles around us, and, you know, we second guess our abilities. We allow other people to talk us down. But that strength that you had as a child, a little girl, and having that father that planted that seed, no worries, you can do this, you got it. That also, you know, played a big part in you know, in that. So yeah, that's a wonderful story. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So yeah. Now fast forward, you know, to present. I know. Again, I remember. You know, Coach Sid, I think at one of the practices we had. You know, on Saturdays, those were the ones that I would make the most because I was traveling from New Jersey, and I would do the long runs, you know, with Team for Kids on Saturdays in New York. And you talked a lot about nutrition. And I remember there was this shake, this superfood shake you mentioned, and you said, you should have this in the morning. I have this every morning. Share with us a little bit about, you know, one, if you're still drinking that shake, or just your nutritional habits, because I know both of you guys are really into that.
Yeah, you know, when I started running many years ago, actually this is 42 years, when I was 42 years ago, I stopped eating meat. I stopped eating meat for no other reason except being a follower. My brothers stopped eating meat, my oldest brother, and whatever he did, I did. I didn't have no sense of my own being able to make decisions on my own. A month later, he started eating meat again. that is, I became my own man. This was in February. This was in June. I mean, maybe July of 1978. So not July, before then, because I ran in July. And he started again. Then I said, no, I'm not going to eat. So I haven't had any meat, but I stopped eating eggs, cheese, butter, and milk. So I stopped the dairy and I stopped the eggs. And I didn't stop everything at once. So if anybody's listening to this, please add something each day that you think is going to help you, and take away something each day that you think is not helping you. Don't be trying to at one time go cold turkey and or just eliminate everything or acquire bring it in. And so I, little bit by little bit, I did that. But the drink you are talking about that I make, it consists of maybe 10 almonds. And in case people don't realize why only 10 almonds, 9 almonds is 67 calories. It's 67. Now, 9 almonds, not 9 walnuts is 305. I mean, it's 167. And the least, I didn't want to take, because I love cashews more than anything. And 9 cashews is 305 calories.
Wow.
I cannot believe that it would be that. So this is the reason I use walnuts and almonds. I use a small, maybe not even a thumb size of ginger root. Cut that in. 1 spoon of maca from her country in Peru. Peru people said it came from Bolivia. And the Bolivian people said, no, maca is from us. The Peruvian people said, no, it's from our country. But arguing. 1 spoon of maca, 1 scoop of chia seed, and then I have 1 scoop of 30 grams of protein powder. After that, I take a half an apple, a half a banana, 5 strawberries. I take a handful of blueberries. I take 6 blackberries, and then I'll take then I'll take the grapes. So I'll have strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries, an apple, half an apple, banana. Then I take 15 grapes and 16 ounces of water. And then I make, I forgot the raw oatmeal. Spoons of raw oatmeal. That's where the carbohydrates come from. Right. And that makes 32 ounces of smoothie. I'll call it the breakfast of champions.
The breakfast of champions. Absolutely.
That's what it. But basically, we only eat twice a day. We eat breakfast and we eat lunch. That's it. The rest is fruit, and mainly fruit. And we do maybe have some nuts or something. She loves peanuts. So
I love peanuts. That's every day.
So that's basically that's our diet. We don't have any meat. We don't fry any food. None whatsoever. We have once a week, we have salmon from the sea. And the way the salmon is made, we don't use no oil whatsoever. She only uses lemon, dill, turmeric, and cayenne pepper.
Nice.
No oil. She doesn't put oil on a salad. Tell her how you make your salad.
I carry the vegetables. On the way you put it more colors. It has to be variety.
Yes.
Multicolor.
A variety.
Yes.
And I put it the sea salt, and I put it the dill, and I put it the cayenne pepper, turmeric, and the avocado. I cut it very, chop it up practically, and I mix it with that. You don't need oil.
And that's the same thing with the fish. We use seasoning salt. We use seasoning salt, cayenne pepper, and turmeric. No, we don't use no oil for the salad. We use no oil for cooking. and we don't fry anything, and we don't eat anything like that.
Wow.
That we eliminated a lot of things. I wasn't born that way. The way I was born, we ate everything that our parents gave us. I don't care, and we loved it, and we loved it. But as you start getting older, as you say, we don't know how long we're gonna live. But as long as we live, we should try to eat and live as healthy and eat as healthy as possible.
Absolutely.
That's my philosophy.
Yeah, yeah. No, you seem to be on to something, and your food choices are definitely nutrient dense. That breakfast of champion, it has everything that you need for the day. I mean, it has your fiber, it has your fat, it needs this good fiber, good fats, you know, the good carbohydrates, very pure. And yeah, that's one thing that I'm learning, you know, as I evolve in this health process and, you know, transition, you know, is that, well, one, we consume and we take in way more than what we need to. You know, it's all about the choices, the types of food that we eat, you know, that are provided, that will provide, you know, so many nutrients. I mean, the macaroon, turmeric, you know, your nuts, all those things, avocado that you use in your salads, all these are superfoods. So, you know, it brings us back to the point, you know, nutrition is such a big part of, you know, depositing into what I call the longevity bank. You know, we have to do these daily deposits, and our food intake is a big part of that. Our activity level is also a big part of that. Like, we have to, as much as we can, we have to try to stay active. And I know, I think Coach Sid, why don't you tell us about the program that you do for seniors?
Before I even do that, just you know, the piggyback of what we were talking about with the foods, everyone should remember this: their food is their medicine, and their medicine is their food. If they think in terms of that, once you start taking pills, you're gonna have to take more. But if you use food as your medicine, and your medicine as your food, because it's gonna tell you what to eat in order to help you with this situation or whatever. But with the senior programs that we work for the New York Roadrunners, the same way we do with the Team for Kids, we both coach 5 different senior centers. 10 years ago, I started with the New York Roadrunners. What happened was, one of the members from the church, the Canaan Baptist Church on 116th Street in Manhattan, one of the members wrote to ask for a grant to help give exercise to some of the members, and she was awarded the grant. So what did she do? She got in touch with the New York Roadrunners, and the guy that was in charge, one of the guys that was working with the Team for Kids, and he said, "Sid, would you like to go? The seniors want to do extra." I had no experience in doing that. So what I did, I went to Canaan Baptist Church, and 10 years later, I'm still here now. At that moment, for the first 3 years, it was only Canaan Baptist Church. Now we have 13, it was just Asteria and myself. I got hired 1 year, she got hired the next year. She used to volunteer with me for the first year, because she, as a PE teacher, I learned so much from her, because she knows how to give these different exercises.
Yeah.
Take seniors. She used to have the seniors walk the line in the Armory, not the Armory in 168, but the Armory at 143rd between Madison and a 5th. It's the 369th Street Armory. So a lot, what she did, I piggyback off of what she did to become a coach. So I'm very proud to say I didn't have all that experience, but with her, I learned so much, and now it's a whole different story. That's what we do with the seniors, and I'm so happy that not only could I coach the seniors, and I tell the seniors, you don't realize I'm benefiting from this as much as you are. Because
Mhm.
I'm maintaining my fitness by helping you maintain your fitness. So if we could help, we helping each other. That's all I tell them. That's where we come in with the seniors, the senior
How,
program.
now is that open? So because, well, now since we have, you know, we're dealing with the pandemic, COVID, your programs have been transitioned to Zoom, or have you started the live programs?
That's
Yes.
right. She got it. You got it, Ella. You got it.
Yeah, yeah. Now, are they open to any senior that would want to join, or do they have to be a member?
They have to do is go on NYRR.org senior striders. That's all they got to do. Striders. Just put striders there.
Okay, okay.
Having trouble, just get in touch with me. Then I see if I can send you that link. But they could go on because we not only on Zoom, but we on Facebook as well.
Okay.
And YouTube. So
Nice.
I'm on every day at 10 and Asteria.
It's on Fridays.
She's
Tomorrow
on Friday at 10. So we got 7 coaches so far. We got Monday and Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday, and then Tuesday we got 2 at 1 o'clock. Besides 10, and Wednesday at 10 and at 1. So we have 7 different classes that they give, and each coach brings something different. So it's very important that they benefit in more ways than they could even imagine.
Wow, that's amazing. I love it.
It's so interesting, Ella, because when you started, probably you realize as a nurse, when you find somebody who is older, and you said you have to start doing exercise, and always they're gonna say to you, I'm too old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is gonna come the point that is mental. Yeah, everything comes here.
Yes.
If you want to go, you have to set it up here. I remember on my childhood how my father used to push me. He said, you can do it. You cannot say no, just do it. Probably the first time is not gonna come good, but you have to insist. You have to do it again and do it again. When you were born, you were not walking, he used to say. When you start growing, you did one step. All the babies, they go down. They stand up and they have to do again and again and again. Yeah.
And she does it in Spanish too.
And yeah, I do my class in Spanish and English.
Oh, nice.
And now I decided to give the stretching lying on bed, because so many people at that age, they love to be on bed.
Yeah.
And I told my seniors on the classes, I used to tell, everybody will love the bed. Just we don't gonna just lie down. We're gonna have fun and we're gonna make the body strong. And I'm showing exercises lying on bed.
Yeah.
And they can do it. Ella, probably you were there when I coached private, one lady, 82 years old, Mrs. Keegan. She came on Team for Kids, but when she saw the group, everybody was young, she said, no, I'm not gonna run with those young people. I wanna coach. And I coached her, she was 82, and she finished the New York City Marathon.
Yeah, wow.
That's why always we have to tell the people to say, you know what? Any age is good time to start something.
Absolutely.
Any age.
Yeah.
There is no obstacles.
Yeah.
It's a lot of difference. I treat my students, the striders, I tell them, it's good to be a kid. When we are kids, we don't have nothing here.
Right.
That's why we don't have problems. Everything is enjoyable, it's pure, it's good. When we start growing, it's gonna start coming the problems here. It's mental. Yeah. Always we're gonna say, oh, I cannot do it that. Oh, I don't have. Always we're gonna put barriers. But now I'm gonna go to your childhood and we're gonna do all what you used to do. And I bring back the games we used to do when we were kids.
Nice.
And people are enjoying and having fun. Yeah. And that's the way also we have to conquer all of them. We have to find ways to the striders or to those people to get it into what we want.
Yeah, age is just a number. Age is just a number. That's all it is.
Yep. And I think it's really important. You know, I'm glad that you've also catering to the group of people or seniors who may not necessarily want to get out of bed, or maybe they can't get out of bed. There are some people who are, you know, essentially bed bound or maybe wheelchair bound, but it doesn't mean that they still shouldn't be moving. You know, that's, I know one of it's very important in our profession. You know, what we strive to do in nursing is what we call maintain the activities of daily living, or range of motion. If your range of motions are limited, that you don't want, if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So whether you're in the bed, you still should be doing range of motion exercises or anything that you're capable of doing, you know, so that one, I mean, the aging process is going to happen. You live long enough, it's going to happen. That we can't control, you know, but what we do have a bit of control over is one, the speed, because again, if you don't do anything, you know, as far as health maintenance, the aging process will happen quicker. We know that. If you don't take care of yourself, if you don't move, if you're not active, if you don't eat right, if you know, the choices that we are trying to promote, if those things don't happen, you know, then the process, we just speed our process up. However, you know, when we do take, you know, that initiative, we give ourselves, you know, a better quality, a better fighting chance. So, and I love that you cater to all different types. And as you stated too, making it fun. You know, we have to be able to, you know, you got to know who you're working with and kind of get inside of the head, right? You know.
I had Ella, one lady in one center at the Bronx, the Bronx side, and she was in wheelchair. She was not really moving. She was like a baby. They used to carry it from the bed to the chair, and from the chair to the bed. And when I saw her, I said, "Do you see how they are doing the exercises?" And she said, "Yes, but I cannot do it." She says, "Yes, you can do it. I know you can do it." And she says, "No, I've been here for years." I said, "But if you want it, you can do it. Do you want it? I would like to do it. Just come to my class." But she used to come and just watch how they work. And she never tried to come to my class. But each class, when I used to go, I used to tap on the shoulder. "Isabel, I'll see you next week. Isabel, I'll see you next week." Until one day after 2 months, she said, "Can I try today?" I said, "Yes." And she came and I explained how to do hair. I say, "You're gonna do this while the other ones, they are doing this." I was showing her how to move, and she said, "I like your class, but I'm taking away the attention." I said, "No worries. I have time for you. I have time for the other ones. Can I keep coming?" I said, "Yes, keep coming." And she started coming. Ella, that lady walks now. It's on the 6th floor. She don't take the elevator.
Oh man, wow.
And she walks the 6th floor up and comes down. And
That's
she's
amazing.
from Santo Domingo. She said, "I stopped going to visit my kids on my vacation. Now I go every year. And I go by myself."
You see?
Yeah? All those things is so good. It's a great food.
Great story.
And we can say, "God, we should work like that.
Yes.
We should push very gentle way and to do it." I work with the striders. I feel it to help see it by them. Because when I went to my country, my mommy was in wheelchair. And I used to work with my mom 3 times a day, in the morning, lunchtime, and before go to sleep. My mom, she used to put me out. Get out from my house, you are torturing me. But I was doing, and in 1 month, Ella, my mom started working.
You see?
There I said, I wanna work with all people.
Yeah.
I wanna do, I can convince them. I can look ways to do it. Even talk, even doing, conquer them, and then they're gonna decide it. But when we approach very gentle, with different ways, and talking not only the exercises, the food, the kids, the traveling, the clothes, all those stuff, they're gonna start.
Yeah, talking to them, you know, as a whole person. It really sort of gets inside and helps to motivate. That's amazing. Beautiful story. Thanks for sharing. You two are just, you know, 2 beautiful, amazing people. I am blessed to have, you know, gotten a chance to really to meet you and get to know you. I did not, you know, run in the groups that you guys were coaching, but your presence is so strong, you know, at the beginning of whether it's the warm up, at the end, with the stretching, Coach Asteria, boy, I didn't even know I had so many muscles until you would stretch every nook and cranny after those long runs, which, you know, were so very necessary. And then just seeing both of you, you know, on the courses, along the courses, Coach Asteria with your cowbell, Coach Sid giving high fives and, you know, inspirational just messages along the way. Keep going, you got this. Like all of that is so meaningful, and it really, you both touched me. You helped me, you know, progress and grow into the person that I am still becoming. We all, you know, along this journey, you know, we learn so much of ourselves as we go, you know, and so I just really want to thank you, one, for being here today with me. Thank you for being the role models that you both are to so many people, all ages, children, young adults, middle adults, and older adults. You really touch the full spectrum of, you know, our growth and development as human beings, and that's really something to be very proud of. You know, you two are like a match made in running heaven, right? And fitness heaven. Is there anything else you wanted to share before we end our conversation?
Well, I mean, you have anything else?
Yeah, and you know, the point also is always we have to, at that age, we have to find out the way they eat.
Yes.
I know they don't gonna change because it's been so long time, right?
It's hard.
But but we can put it something different.
Yes.
And ask every day. That's I do each time I go. What was with the lady who I coached for the marathon? I used to call early in the morning. What was your breakfast? What you gonna eat? What you gonna eat for lunch? How about if you can try this? How about if you can try that? Yeah. How do you feel? Always ask about, make them feel very important.
Yes. Yes.
That they gonna get on here.
Yep.
They gonna realize you really paying attention. I saw one time what you posted, what you doing. I said, that is so beautiful. Ella is doing so beautiful thing. I was so happy. And we have to put them up. Yeah.
Yes.
This is not only here, everywhere in the world.
Right.
Yes.
the old people and the kids,
The older people.
or the older people and the kids,
Yeah.
we don't care too much. Yeah?
Yeah.
But we have to, the same way you see the kids and you do anything on your hands to keep them happy,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
You look recipes, you look clothes, you look this, you look that. The same way we have to keep it to the striders, to the older people.
Yes.
Because we have to think this. They were our fathers.
Yes.
Yeah, they gave us the best they could. We don't have to remember, oh, she didn't do it. No, that was the moment they did the best they could.
Yes.
And we have to appreciate it, and we have to offer it the best of us to them. That's the reason always I'm checking. I was telling the coordinator that even when you brushing your teeth in the morning, I'm making exercises with my legs, improving. And I said, no way we have to waste the time. We
That's
have
right.
to create and offering them the best we got.
Yes.
And I know I'm so happy you're doing so beautiful things. And plus, with all those cuarzos you show on the picture, the rocks
Yeah.
we call cuarzo.
No, when you was
The rocks,
hiking, when you was
when you
hiking.
were hiking.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness, you know that gives you more energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's,
Yeah.
but
Oh, it's so
one thing I
beautiful.
would like to let not only the seniors but everybody, I like to leave them with this. See, we don't have no control over what happens. The only control we have is how we respond to what happens. And this is the only way, only God has control over what happens. Only control we have is how we respond to it. And the most important thing, always think positive. Always think positive, because any other way you think is going to bring you down. It's going to make you very unhappy. And I don't care if it goes through death. I don't care if it goes through losing your job, losing somebody. Think the fact that God don't make any mistakes. And when something happens, it's not, you don't have no control over it, but the only control you have is how you respond to it.
Mhm.
And that's the most important thing I like to leave you with.
Yes. Ah, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Well, again, thank you so, so much. We will be in touch and, continue to stay healthy, blessed, and positive through all of this. And because you're absolutely right. It's our mindset that will determine how we make it through difficult times. Because difficult times will come, and they're here. They're here now. But it's how we respond to it that will determine, how we get through it. So
Thank you.
That is good.
That's right.
And
Yes.
try to tomorrow at 10.
Okay.
Try to go to nyrr.org striders.
okay, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna look it up, and I'll share it. I'm gonna share. Yeah, so because it's really important. So yes, I will check it out for sure. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank
dear.
you, Ella. And
All right.
it's so
Okay.
beautiful. It's so lovely.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you. Have a
Okay.
blessed day.